Hi, so in this video I am going to answer one of the biggest questions that I am getting at the moment, which is how do you take a Facebook page or a social media page or account from almost nothing to 6 and 10,000 and 30 and 60 days? If you want to know more about that and how you can actually then convert that into clients for your products or services in a professional way, it's coming right up. Hi, so if you don't know me, my name is Alison McRobbie and I have been working with social media for a number of years now, at least 10, probably nearer 15, 20. So how do I know so much about it? Well, because I have created my own brands that are now internationally known, and some of those brands also have multiple award-winning products. Notably, I'm known very much in the educational sector, where I have a number of different language schools, educational products for children. I am the creator, the illustrator and the writer of Baguette the Bilingual Bear books. I'm also a teacher trainer and I train small business owners how to create something from nothing, because that's how I started and how I grew that to be, wow, excellently bigger than what I ever thought. So if that's the type of information you're looking for, then this video is really going to help you. Now, because I'm always looking to be kind of on top of my game where it comes to social media and digital marketing, which I use hugely because, you know, this is one of my tools that I use to communicate with my customers and my clients, and also as a way of understanding how my target market and my target audience interacts and how they think and how they behave. And these are key elements really if you want to understand your own customers better. Obviously the golden egg here is if you understand them better, you're able to predict their behaviour and you're able to kind of interact with that and hopefully gain them as loyal customers. So in one of my most recent pages that went to over 7,000 followers in 1 month, I did an experiment. So first of all I blanked, because I am quite well known in certain areas and certain niches. So I blanked out certain countries. I also did not use my own name. I created something completely different, you know, a business name, not a different profile, a business name. And I just worked solidly for a month in creating a really good relationship with the people that were starting to interact with my page. And then when they started doing that, I started looking really deeper into all of the analytics that Facebook gives you. Now, lots of people sometimes think this is gobbledygook, but maybe that's because they don't understand it. I think the analytics that you get from Facebook are just amazing, considering that it's free. I have in the past paid quite good money to get the kind of information that I get for free from the back end of my Facebook analytics. The back end is kind of the side that I see or you see from your Facebook business page when you are looking at all the different stats, demographics, infographics, all that type of thing. And this is really vital if you want to be able to then start working towards creating social media campaigns. Now, 2 of my posts went viral and they were planned, if you like, to go viral. Anyone can go viral if you plan a strategy. It isn't really all about luck. So in my course I do teach how I did that, so that you can obviously do the same thing too, which is really, really useful. And at the end of the day, after your posts have gone viral, if people aren't interested in your products or services, they're just going to unfollow you. So all the time you have to be genuine, and that starts very much so from the offset all the way through the strategy. So just have a look at that course below because it's really interesting. Okay, so once I've got my basic strategy worked out and sorted out, how do I keep up that momentum when I'm just one person? How do I carry on managing all of the communications with the people? And when pages grow to that amount in that short space of time, you will start to see very quickly an absolute overflow in your DMs, in your emails, in your forms or your lead pages, whatever you've got going on. So you need to be able to have a system that really manages that for you automatically, because I don't want to sit there for 5 hours a day going through DMs and emails, and that's not being disrespectful to my clients, because nobody in their right mind would really want to do that either. So I create processes and systems that do all of that for me, and that's all done in the structuring part, very much so, of my website when I'm building it. Now, websites are not complicated to build. Days of having a website with 30 pages are just gone. Nobody has that anymore, and people want something that is quick, that works well, that's quick to load, and gives them the information that they are looking for on the first or the second page. So if you start hiding things indirectly in zillions of pages, you're not going to have any conversions, because we live in an automatic world. People click on a button. We're in the digital era. They click on the button. They want to see something. If they don't get it, they click off and go somewhere else. People don't spend hours scrolling anymore. That's a very important point, kind of really to get on. Okay, so here we are inside one of the elements of my marketing software that I use, and I'll leave now. Why I love this is because the minute somebody lands on one of my websites or my lead pages to do with my businesses, and I have lots of different lead pages. I don't just create one website or one lead page. I quite often will have a different lead page for every different type of audience that I am targeting, because how I target them will depend on the fonts I use, the colours I use, the images I use, the message I use. All of that is part of the strategy. So if you only have one page, you're only going to be potentially targeting one audience set or one niche. Now, I'm a bit greedy, so I like to have lots of different ones, and you can set them up within a couple of hours in this system. And this software, it does all of that too. But today we're just going to be looking at the communications, because this is the main bulk of how I manage everything. So the minute somebody comes onto one of my lead pages, they click a form, and then what happens as soon as they fill in their details, which is normally their name and their email address, because they want to know more about something that I'm selling or a product, or they want to come on a master class, or they want teacher training, or they want to know how to write books, because obviously I'm an award-winning book author as well. Then this is what happens. I create a complete sequence using a mix of emails, messages, and automations. Okay, automations here is the key. This means I tell this system to do certain things when the people or my clients, are kind of future clients, if they're new, they're not quite my clients yet, but let's say prospective clients, what I want them to do. Do I want to send them an email if they click on such and such? Do I want to send them an SMS? And do I want to do a split automation, which is really interesting. So this is how I can send a number of different emails or messages or communications to the same group of clients on my email list. They won't all be sent the same one, but I can then see through these different splits, so just splits of different examples, which one gets the highest kind of open rate, which one gets the best conversion rate. So that's really, really helpful when you're looking at strategies. Okay, so let's create one here quickly. Okay, so starting rule. What is the starting rule going to be? Well, they're going to click on one of my opt-in forms. Let's have a little look. I'm going to put ET free access. This is one of my courses. So as soon as they are opt into one of my forms, I'm going to add it in a minute, I'm going to tell my system to do something. But this isn't the only option, as you can see at this place. It could be if they're tagged. So when somebody comes onto my email list, I give them a certain tag, like are they a paid member, or are they an unpaid member, or are they interested in this, or are they interested in that? And that's what the tags are. Tags are really important. Think of tags like Instagram hashtags. If you don't know what tags are, think of them like that for the moment. That helps you understand how you use them. So if you use an Instagram hashtag, that will kind of attract different Instagram viewers to your content through your hashtag. Inside of this system, it does the same thing. Also, I can do a starting rule depending on the list. So depending on what list they're on, I've got a number of different lists in here. Also depending on the order. So if they have ordered through, let's say they order, they buy a course through one of my funnels, then what happens? And this is, you know, once they do that, I'm going to select the product, select the funnel, select the product, select the price point. This is how deep it can go. So I might send one set of automation rules to one group of clients if they haven't bought anything, if they've just had the free access, if you like, to a course or a masterclass. But if they have bought something, and this is where the price points can differentiate your rules after that, then I might then send them down another pathway, if you like, offering them a different set of automations. So this just shows you how you can absolutely dissect everything. So obviously if they visit on a certain page, you can do that as well. Remember I spoke earlier about pages and having lots of different lead pages. This is what I'm talking about. And again, what's the starting rule? If they're involved in a certain sequence, which is what we're going to set up now, what happens next? And then automation. So let's zip back here to the opt-in form, okay? We're just going to say that they have landed on one of my opt-in forms. So an opt-in form is like where they've requested extra information to know about a service or product that I have available. And normally at this point, I offer them some kind of free training so they get more information about the product or service. Now, one key thing here is about giving value. Okay, so let's select the ET free access. We're going to add that. Now, as you can see, it's really simple. Lead fields form into ET access. Actually, let me just move this up a little bit, or maybe down a little bit, so you can see the starting rules here. There you go. So when they fill in this form, we're going to press save. It will give us another option. Okay, what are the options? What do I want to do? Do I want to send them an email? Do I want to send them an SMS? Do I want to add a tag? Do I want to subscribe them to a list or subscribe them to a sequence? So what I would do is I would send them an email. Okay, here we go. When am I going to send the email? This might be really important to you. It isn't for me, and the reason for that is most of my businesses are international. So I work across multiple time zones and multiple time frames. So if I were to choose one time or day, it probably would affect something else. So I just don't bother with that. However, that might be very useful to you. So as you can see, you can drill down deeper. So the name of the broadcast, okay, let's just say welcome, okay, welcome, I don't know, welcome to whatever name you're going to put for your business. Okay, we've got the recipients here. So here you can just, so you only send this if they have what? So these are the rules, if you like. If they have reached this step to subscribe to this list, not subscribed, has a tag, or does not have a tag. So I'm going to put anyone reaching this step. So anyone that fills in this form has reached this step. Always obviously include GDPR. Add. Now, what happens next? So anyone reaching this step, okay, let's press next. So this is the important part as well. Are you just going to do a single email, or are you going to do a split test? Now, if you do a split test, this is where the system will write different versions of the email. You write the different versions, and the system will send them randomly, if you like, to whoever subscribes to the list. So it's not that everybody on that list is going to receive two different emails for the same type of response. It's not that at all. It's the opposite. And then you can rate which ones do better. And then obviously get rid of the one that's not doing very well. So if you're quite new to email marketing or this type of thing, then that might be really useful to you, or if you're trying out a new strategy or a new launch. So next, okay, this is really nice because you can either do the basic sort, which is where you just write, dear John, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and you can send it, but I never do that because that's really boring. I always do something really nice. And this is one of the things that I really love about this system. And this is really, I think if you've got tools that do this type of thing, then it makes sense to use the tools that are there if they're going to make your end product or your end service better. And in this case, they do. So let's have a little look. So you can use the different templates that are within the system. Okay, so for example, these, let's just go through a few. There's loads and loads and loads and loads. Okay, I'm just going to click on one. It's literally as simple as this, drag and drop. Okay, that wasn't hard, was it? It's drag and drop, and then you just go along and change everything that you need to change by uploading an image. In here, you can change all of this stuff. You can take it out, you can change every single element within it. So that saves you hours. And if you like it, what you can then do is save it as a template. Okay, so you don't have to do all the work again. But let's just say that you didn't want to do this and you wanted to create something completely different. Let's just go back one. So if you just wanted to do your own thing, you can literally just drag and drop into the email and start creating your own stuff. You can add your own content. Can you see all the different things you've got? So let's just say you've got a new course coming out, or you want to promote something else completely different. You can just drag and drop and change all of this. You can put call to actions, which are really important. You can just you can put buttons in and say, read more, do this, do that, get 10% off. You can add videos, you can add pre-made hero sections, and all of these things are created by, real pros, real experts. So you don't have to do any coding, anything like that. You can create countdowns. I've got one of these on my website, works really well on one of my pages. So, where you literally say, grab this offer now, or the, registration closes in the next 24 hours, that type of thing. And it's really useful. So that's one of the ways that I manage the processes, if you like, because it's all about having processes.
There you go. Anyway, thanks for your time. Happy business building, people. See you in the next one. Goodbye.